Hey everyone, Jordan Hetrick here. I'm the best-selling author of books about how to use GoPro cameras. As you know, we've been talking a lot lately about the GoPro HERO12 Black, and all of you have wanted to know my thoughts about it. So now that I've really finally gotten to know this camera, I'm super stoked to finally be able to share what I think about the GoPro HERO12 Black. As you know, I like to focus on teaching you how to use whatever action camera you choose. But in today's video, I'd like to take a quick detour and show you 5 of the new features on the GoPro HERO12 Black that I think you probably should know about before you buy this camera. I've partnered with ADORAMA for this video so that I could point you to a reputable, helpful place where you can buy your camera gear, whatever gear you decide on. What I really like about ADORAMA is that you can always reach out to them and they really know their camera gear, so I know that all of you will be in good hands. Let's check out those new features of the GoPro HERO12 Black. The first new and exciting feature for the GoPro HERO12 Black is the Max Lens Mod 2.0. This is an extra accessory that you put on the front of your lens, and when you do, it adds an additional perspective to your HERO12 camera. So this is a great accessory to add to get an extra wide field of view, which means that if your camera is mounted close to you, you can get more in your shot. And this works really good for action shots or point of view shots where you're showing your perspective, because you just can get so much more in the frame. It also adds the ability to record horizon lock in 4K at 60 frames per second. So when you film with horizon lock on, you can rotate your camera all the way around in a full circle and that horizon will stay level. And with the new Max Lens Mod, you can film that in 4K, so you get those high resolution videos. The previous Max Lens Mod topped out at 2.7K. I made a great video specifically about the Max Lens Mod 2.0, and I'll put a link for that here. And also be sure to subscribe to my channel while you're there, so you can stay tuned for any videos that I come out with. The reason I wanted to mention the Max Lens Mod 2.0 first is because if you want to use these additional lenses, the Max Lens Mod is an additional purchase. So it's going to cost you about an extra $100 to get this Max Lens Mod 2.0. Now GoPro really marketed this as one of the key features of the HERO12, so it would have been nice if they just included it with the HERO12 camera. But of course, not everybody's going to need that super wide angle perspective. If you like to shoot tighter shots, or you're just not a fan of those super wide angle shots, you probably don't really need the Max Lens Mod 2.0. I personally love it because I shoot a lot of nature and I also shoot a lot of stuff in the water where that wide angle perspective comes in handy. If you do decide to go for it, go pick it up at ADORAMA because they have some good deals on bundles there. Or you can always pick it up later as an extra accessory if you decide you need it. The second new feature I want to show you about is HDR video. So GoPro added HDR video to the GoPro HERO12 Black. And what this is used for is when you're filming in bright and dark conditions, it's going to balance out the lighting for a more even tone throughout your video. Now this can be really helpful if you're, say, inside of a car filming out and you want to get inside of the car at a good exposure and outside of the car. This HDR video does have less settings available than you do when you've got your just regular color profile, so you might not be using it as often as you would think. It definitely has certain situations where it comes into play, but if you're buying the camera just for the HDR video, it might not really be a game changer for you. The HERO12's regular video actually has really good colors when you're in bright and dark areas, and you get a little bit bluer skies when you just use the standard color profile over the HDR. Also, that HDR video maxes out at 5.3K at 30 frames per second, or 4K at 60 frames per second. So it really just depends on the situation. It's nice to have it there as an option, but it might not be a total necessity for you. For those of you who have been using the HERO12 Black, I'd love to hear what you think about the HDR video. You can leave a comment down below. It'd be really helpful for anyone who's watching this video and trying to decide which camera to buy. Because the settings do get kind of confusing when you change them back and forth really often, I do have a preset for HDR video in my book. That way, when you want to use it, you can just switch over to that preset and not mess up your other settings. The third new feature that I want to mention is the compatibility with a Bluetooth headset. So GoPro added the ability to pair a Bluetooth headset with your HERO12. You can use this to record audio from your headset into your GoPro. Now this is really cool also because it records a separate audio track of your Bluetooth audio and also the audio that's recorded inside your GoPro. So you have a couple tracks to work with that can just allow you to create a little more depth in your videos. So they're really convenient, and the closer you are to your camera, the clearer that audio is going to be. As you move 15 or 30 feet away, it's going to start to first not be as good a quality and then start to break up. But I really like the ability to be able to narrate, like that plane just flew by, and I can just tell you that even though my camera's on the front of the car, usually you couldn't get that audio on there like that. Another cool use for this is, for example, if you're inside of your car and your GoPro is mounted outside of your car, you can start and stop recording by issuing voice commands through that headset. I think the ability to use a Bluetooth headset like that will be important for some of you, and that's something you can only get on the HERO12 Black because the older GoPros aren't compatible with that. Also, if you're enjoying this video so far, it'd be really helpful if you could just give it a like, and that way it can go to other people like you who are trying to figure out which camera to buy. Thanks so much. The fourth feature I want to show you is the 8:7 aspect ratio. Now GoPro added this in the GoPro Hero 11, and I really love it because it allows you to capture a taller frame to get more of the scene in your shot, especially when your camera is mounted close to you. So the Hero 11 also has 8:7 video, but in the Hero 12, GoPro added that to all the time-lapse modes. So now any of the time-lapse modes you're using, you can record that taller frame. That aspect ratio might not really sound like that big of a deal, but it really is a big deal when you go to edit your videos because you have so much area in your frame to work with. It just allows you to get creative with how you edit those. And I'm really stoked that they added it into all those time-lapse modes, so you can just capture as much as possible, and you can always choose to zoom in later and focus on what you want to focus on. I know a lot of you are probably just starting out or maybe haven't even tapped into the full potential of a GoPro, even if you've been using it for a while. And that is why I wrote a book for all of you guys. I just wanted you to have a nice, logical, helpful resource that's always on hand whenever you need to look something up or you need to go and you want to just learn a new technique. The book is always there for you. So you can check that out in the link in the video description below. It's available on Amazon. And thank you so much for all of the great reviews that you've given me for all of my books. The fifth feature I want to tell you guys about is called GoPro Log Color. And this is one of GoPro's advertised features, so I want to tell you more about it. But I do want to tell you guys that there's a little bonus feature I couldn't resist, so I threw in another feature that I'll tell you about next that I'm really stoked on. Now, GoPro Log Color is basically a flat color profile, so there's not really color added to it, and that allows more experienced video editors who like to color grade to go in and have more ability to adjust and fine-tune that image quality to their tastes. GoPro did provide a LUT, which is a lookup table that gives you color grading basically for that GoPro Log Color. But if you're just starting out with your GoPro and you're in the beginner or intermediate stage, you're probably not going to need to use that GoPro Log Color. For me personally, I haven't found that the GoPro Log Color is that useful for getting extra color out of your footage, but I would love to hear what you guys think about that log color and if you've had good experiences getting nice colors out of it. Now here's a little bonus feature that I want to tell you guys that's really exciting for those of you who like to create vertical videos, is you can now record vertical videos natively in the camera. All you need to do is switch the aspect ratio over to a 9:16 aspect ratio, and you can record 4K videos straight in the camera here. With all the other GoPro models, you had to mount your camera vertically, which was never very easy to do, or use that linear horizon lock lens, but that's kind of limited too. So if you want to record those vertical videos for YouTube Shorts or Instagram or TikTok, you can do it straight in the camera with your camera mounted horizontally. Now overall, the Hero12 Black has been a great camera. The Hero12 Black has 5.3K video at 8:7 aspect ratio and super great slow motion settings with really high quality video. The Hero12 Black camera also has horizon lock and 5.3K video and 4K right in the camera, so that's really convenient when you're just out there filming. You've got a wide variety of lenses from hyperview all the way zoomed in to linear, so depending on whatever perspective you want, the Hero12 Black can capture it. I haven't had it freeze up at all. It doesn't overheat in real world situations. You can definitely get it to overheat if you try to. Now, GoPro did remove the GPS from the Hero12, so if you're needing GPS, you might want to go with the Hero 11 or an earlier model. But a lot of people didn't use that GPS too often, so GoPro removed it just to help with any overheating issues and to get slightly longer battery life. I really like that the star trails, light painting, and vehicle lights is all done right in the camera, so you don't even really need to use the app or anything to get some amazing shots straight out of the Hero12 Black. Plus, it's fully loaded with power tools such as scheduled capture and duration, and you can use GoPro Labs if you want to take it even further. As far as the drawbacks, the battery life still isn't great on the GoPro Hero 12. Even though there's a slight improvement, it still doesn't get as much battery life as I would hope for. And I really wish they would add some quick charging technology to their cameras because the batteries take so long to charge. Also, I feel like the menus are a little bit harder to navigate, and they got rid of some of the shortcuts, such as the slow motion shortcut, which was really convenient. But overall, the GoPro Hero 12 is still at the top of the action camera market, and is definitely a camera I would recommend. For those of you who already own a Hero 11 and are considering upgrading, it's not really a huge difference unless you want to use one of those 5 features that I showed you in this video, such as the Max Lens Mod 2.0. Like I said before, whatever camera you decide on, I put some links in the video description to ADORAMA. It's a great place to go pick up a camera because you can always just call them or do a live chat if you have any more questions. Also, no matter what camera you're getting started with, I've got beginner guides for all of the best action cameras, and that's a great place to get started. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have fun and see you next time.